Hey everybody, welcome back to Pushing Buttons, part of the Geek Freaks Network. This is Kyle.
I'm Kevin.
And today we're joined by Frank.
Every time. Oh my god. Why is it so hard? I'm a guest enough now to where we can nail this down at some point.
No, I think it's gotta. Now it's the thing that we do every time that we have a guest, especially when it's you. We have to interrupt you every time you try to talk, especially in the intro. We gotta keep the intros interesting, right?
Yeah, that way I can make clips for YouTube or for social media, so that's perfect. I'm down.
Very nice. And of course, we couldn't come up with a topic today, so we went to our tried and true.
Don't admit that.
Oh, we planned this out weeks in advance.
Yeah, totally. Oh, okay. Wink, wink. Quickfire reviews part 2.
Oh, hey, what podcast network are we on?
I already mentioned that. It was the Geek Freaks Network.
Oh, you mentioned that? I didn't hear that.
I did.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Well, now we're mentioning it twice.
And we're going to each present 5 games for the other 2 to review within 90 seconds this time, not 2 minutes, because, that would take too long.
90. I think 90 seconds is the sweet spot. 2 minutes was too long.
My vote is for 20 seconds. Theory. Nobody listens to me, but whatever.
If you want to review yours in 20 seconds, then feel free, my friend.
No, I'm gonna stretch it out. No, I'm going 90. If you guys are making 90, I'm doing 90.
So to kick things off, who wants to go first?
Let me give one to Frank.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Right off the bat.
Wait. Shouldn't we demonstrate to Frank how this goes?
No.
Frank edited the last one. He knows how it goes.
So just to clarify, we're going to give a brief explanation, a grade, and then our reason for the grade.
Yep.
Perfect. Good to me. All right. So, Frank, give me your 90-second review of Marvel's Avengers.
Okay. Marvel's Avengers is an attempt at an RPG, a sad attempt, for a Marvel game. It's made by Square Enix, and so I had high hopes and was greatly disappointed. I give the game a C+. Was it fun the first time through? Yes. Could you revisit it? I mean, if you had nothing else in your library, it really fell flat pretty quickly. Their idea of an end game was, hey, you know that level you liked? Just repeat it 400 times and you'll be fine. Now, I know as a person who plays MMOs, specifically one in particular, which I think might get mentioned later on, that, yes, repeating content should be something I'm okay with and I'm down with, especially when it's Avengers. I love Avengers. It didn't feel well designed enough. And then I tried to tailor make the different Avengers to something unique. Specifically, I made Black Widow. And I was like, oh, Black Widow, I'm going to make her all range. It'll be super dope. The game tried so hard to make every character the same. It felt so monotone. It's like if you're playing, I'll just throw it out there, World of Warcraft, and you wanted to be a hunter in your range, and like, no, get up there with the warriors. And it's like, well, then why am I playing a hunter? That's what this game did to you. Also, the rewards that you got were all randomized at the end. You did an entire level with really bad people or possibly your friends and you're competing against them. You did an entire level and found out you got squat at the end. That felt terrible. The best thing in this game, crazy enough, are the banners that you got above your character, which were these customization pickups that you could randomly get. They were fun, they were cool, and they were like some original comic book panels, so that felt really good to do. And yeah, so it's not bad. C+, 1 second to go.
Nicely done.
Well done.
And just for you listeners out there, no, you did not up the speed of the output for the podcast. That is just how fast Frank was talking.
Listen to our first 100 episodes of Geek Freaks. Yes, I talk that fast.
Bravo. Yeah, I think
that's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, I streamed a lot of it. So you guys, it might be in the, I don't know how long streams keep, but if they keep forever, then they're somewhere back there. You guys can check it out. It was fun. Just, whatever. Anyways, past my 90 seconds. So, should I pick the next person then? Should we do that way? Boom, 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 you get tagged?
Yeah, I'd say you go to Kyle next.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It reminds me of the recycle, reuse, renew. That in the 90s, we got drilled into us,
Yeah.
Okay, so, Kyle, for you, I'm going to go with Guild Wars 2.
I have not played it.
I know. I'm sure you haven't. We talked about this. We talked about this before Kevin got on. You can't have Kevin played it, but the idea is we talked about this beforehand that we could throw in ones that people haven't played and they had to kind of make up a review for it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's new to me. Okay.
Okay.
All
I
right,
mean, you were part of the conversation, weren't you?
You were in the same room. He's probably over there playing video
guys,
games.
I was trying to make up an excuse to pass it. Okay. All right, here we go. Guild Wars 2 MMO. I don't know anything about it. I heard it's got good jumping puzzles, so that's probably the most exciting thing for me. I've not seen any footage of it. I have no idea how it is even compared to, say, World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, which I have an immense amount of experience playing. I know it's not very popular anymore, if it ever was. I think
I love this.
so far I'm at 30 seconds. Shit. I can't really think of much more.
You might want to grade it.
Let's see. No, I can't get there yet. I'm still explaining the game. The game, this is my best guess, is, it's a MMORPG. I think it's 2D, the first one, but it went to 3D in the second one, maybe? Or am I thinking of a different game? I don't know.
They were both 3D, I think.
Yeah, I've just played
Crap.
them too.
Well, because I haven't played it and I haven't even seen gameplay footage of it, I'm going to give it an F.
Yes!
And the reason why is because it's not as good as World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14. And that is my quickfire review. I still have 9 seconds.
You don't have to use the whole time.
Yeah.
I think Star Wars Galaxies or KOTOR would be better. There you go.
Well done. Well done. That was exactly what I wanted.
That was awesome. I love this format of if we haven't played it, we just do it anyway.
Yeah. It worked great, man. Oh, I love it.
I tried.
Nice. It was good. It was good. I totally disagree with your grade for it, but
it's actually really good. World of Warcraft pulled a lot from it, actually. Like the new questing system is all from Guild Wars 2. Like the world quests are just straight up stolen from Guild Wars 2. All the events that are in the map now, that's all from Guild Wars. But yeah, so do try it out sometime. It is actually a good game.
From what I've heard, if you want to be a good developer, you make your own stuff. But if you want to be a great developer, you steal someone else's stuff. So that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, that's Blizzard's MO. They just polish shit that's already been made.
All right, Kevin, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, I know you love your simulator games. That's one of your favorite genres. So I want to hear your quickfire review on Power Wash Simulator.
Damn, that was on my list.
Oh, all right. Power Wash Simulator. I don't know how to make this take anywhere near 90 seconds. I actually just almost reinstalled it this morning when I logged into Steam. It's fun. It's
really,
you just take a pressure washer and you clean things. It's the Zen game, not personified. It's because it's not a person. It's the epitome of a Zen game. If you just had a bad day at work, you zone out, or you want to zone out, you can listen to Pushing Buttons or Geek Freaks or Round 3. You could do that, but you can also do that while you're listening to the soothing sounds of the pressure washer in Power Wash Simulator. I will give it. It's still in early access, and I don't like reviewing early access games, but I'm gonna give it a B. A B, yeah, because it's so hard to find the last little bits of dirt that are on things before they on certain surfaces and stuff. They don't tick clean 100% until you've gotten like a certain amount of it clean. And on like rails and stuff, when you have to jump up and try to get from weird angles, I don't know. It seems like there's some work to be done with how the game controls, but it's overall a very relaxing game. The sounds just kind of soothe the soul. And yeah, you're pressure washing. What could be better than that? I had to make sure that took up the last minute of my 90 seconds.
I want to throw out there, I'm sorry, listener, who had to hear that dragged out.
I won't do it again.
I played Mowing Simulator, and it's funny how they're so silly, but yeah, man, that is so zen. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Like I said, when you have a stressful day, you want to be able to relax with something. It's a good one for that.
That's perfect.
I gotta say, that's a genre I haven't really dabbled in, so maybe I'll check that one out.
Yeah.
So how are we doing this? Am I going back to you now, Kyle, and then you're doing Frank?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure this is not going to get messed up.
Reduce, reusing, recycle, but we're like a dryer.
Yeah, it starts and ends with you. Yeah.
All right, then, Kyle.
Yes.
Give me your review of, let's go with Guitar Hero 2.
Okay. Guitar Hero 2, I think it was Red Octane Studios back when Activision was still in charge of the Guitar Hero franchise. Compared to Guitar Hero 1, this one was a lot better because the guitars had better response times than, say, the first one. And it just had an overall better uh, track listing as well as improved graphics and a lot more customization with your characters, if I remember right, as well. And it was a kick-ass time. I think that was honestly the pinnacle of Guitar Hero was during that time. And my favorite tracks on there were definitely Freebird, as well as like everything in that last tier where it was like expert mode. It was incredible to play and master over time. And I had a lot of fun playing the game multiplayer with you as well. And co-op was something I just had a great time doing because I think back then we didn't have the full band yet. We just had guitars only. And overall, I would give it an A. And the reason why is it was just a kick-ass game and it improved upon the first game immensely. Like everything that could have been improved upon, it was. So there we go. Guitar Hero
Nice.
2.
That's such a good review. I'm immediately thinking of like the social media post from like, okay, Kyle judged Guitar Hero 2 as an A. Like that's gonna be fun to make. So I'm excited to find some
Nice.
old Guitar Hero 2 pictures and stuff. I loved.
Nice.
You guys mentioned the stickers that used to come with those guitars. Those were bad. I remember like, it was like an 8-ball with flames or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Those are neat. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Frank, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready as I can be.
All right. This is my first one for you, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So I would like you've been playing this a lot recently. I'd like to hear your quick fire review on V Rising.
Oh, good one. All right, here we go. V Rising is 3 genres in one. It's a survival game, it's a dungeon crawler-esque game, but open world, and it's an MMO. I give this game a solid B+. Now, why is it getting this B+? Well, first off, V Rising answers that question of like, what is it like to be a vampire in a world where you have to deal with daylight? A lot of times it's like, oh, it's just this cool power, No, but you actually do have to deal with daylight. So you're roaming around, you're building your castle, you're trying to restore your power alongside other vampires, both in PvE and PvP form. So sometimes you're fighting them, sometimes you're working with them. You're building your castle, you're dealing with villagers, they're assholes, of course. So you're trying to constantly survive. And then when it's daylight and you're out there, you're fighting, you're rampaging, you have to deal with the sun as well. So you go from this stalker in the night, moving across the lands, clearing forests, clearing towns, and then all of a sudden the daylight comes out, and you're trying to stay in the shade while you're fighting. And yes, the sun moves, so does the shade. So while you're fighting, while you're dodging, you're having to actually move with the shade. It adds an element of difficulty that I truly enjoy. You actually have to plan out your attacks too. Okay, if I go after this wild beast that'll give me this magic power, I need to plan it out to where I could either go now when it's the start of night. Will I get there in time to be able to fight them before daylight starts? Or do I try to get there shadow from shadow, get to my target, hunting him down for his blood, by his blood, getting to him, killing him, taking his power in night, and hopefully not hitting the day? That element of the game elevates the genre to a high new level. I suggest this game to everybody who likes survival.
I
Very
think
high
it
praise.
might have been a bad idea to have Frank on here. He's making us look bad, Kyle.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
Well, I mean, when my first game is a game I haven't even played.
And mine was a pressure washing simulator.
Frank is a master of the tongue. Let's just say that.
I could talk a lot. That's not something new to anybody who's listened to these podcasts at all.
All right, Frank, what have you got for me?
All right, I'm looking right now. We've got. Ooh, I got some nasty ones for you later on. But
shit.
we'll start with. I don't want to go double up on games you haven't played. Let's go with Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, actually, we did that in the previous episode.
I knew we were gonna catch up on one of those. See,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I was getting ready to do it again because I
that
didn't
was
remember.
good.
Originally, I wanted to do Assassin's Creed 3, but Kevin never played it. So
Oh, that's
we
right.
went to Black Flag.
That's
Okay.
right.
So let's do.
Oh shit.
Well, I'll just go with. We'll go Shovel Knight. Did you do Shovel Knight last
Okay.
time?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
No,
I don't
okay,
think
but
we
you
did.
played Shovel Knight for sure. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wait, didn't we?
Oh shit. We really should have looked these up.
Crossing off my list. Just
I
to
think
be
we
safe.
did, honestly.
All right, I'm gonna do another one that I'm sure you guys did. Then, how about The Messenger?
Okay.
Yeah,
that one we did.
That one we did. I thought.
We did too?
I
Really?
thought we did that one because I had just
Shit.
gotten it and you wanted me to review it because I just paid $300 for it.
All right.
That's correct. You're right.
Because I'm
Yes.
editing around this, I'm going to make sure to say it clean again. All right, Kevin, for you, I've got World of Warcraft.
There
Yeah.
it is.
All right,
I had to
World
go
of
deep.
Warcraft is an MMORPG by Blizzard Entertainment. It is in the Warcraft universe. If you don't know what an MMORPG is, it's a massively multiplayer online role-playing game where you start off as a level 1 nobody and you level up to get to whatever the max level is now. It might be 17,462. I don't know. It's a boring game. If you have friends, you will either play with them exclusively or you will lose all your friends. It is a good money sink. It is a good time sink. If you have tons of time on your hands, this is the game for you. I'm going to give it a C minus because it just copies and pastes everything from other games and makes it more accessible into an uninteresting environment where the cutscenes are very, very good. That's the saving grace for it. I love the cutscenes in all Blizzard games. That is the only thing I'm going to say positively about Blizzard. Besides Diablo, I like Diablo a lot. Make me a Diablo MMO, and I would play that over this any day. But I have very subjective opinion here with this review. But whatever grade I just said, C plus. I say C plus. I'm gonna
Minus.
Nice.
C minus. Yeah, it's a C minus. Yeah, that's right.
Bravo.
That was well done. I loved how much my nerd rage was kicking like crazy. I wanted to defend the shit out of that game so hard, but that's okay.
That's the best
That's the
thing
point.
about this.
That's the
Hey,
point.
I especially liked how you said you will play with your friends exclusively or lose all your friends.
Yeah, both
Yes.
happen.
Because the latter happened to me. So
Yeah, well, it happens to all of us at some point. Everybody thinks they got to go play some other game. You're like, yeah, but we got a dungeon, guys. You know that happens.
Right.
well
I
done.
think it's my turn to give one to Frank.
You are correct.
All right.
All right.
Time of
We're
reset
doing
and
this
everything.
whole Tumblr system. I don't know why I'm so confused. Every
I
time
think
I go,
Kyle's in charge of remembering it, not us, because I'm already lost 100%.
Well, it's basically anytime I go, I play an Uno reverse card and we go back the other direction.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I think is what it is.
Yes.
I wish I had some bad ones for you, Frank, but I've got. Okay, you know what? Fuck you, Frank. Review Among Us.
That was on my list.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Among Us. All right, today I'm reviewing Among Us. It is a game based off betrayal. You are with your crewmates, you're on a ship. Who is betraying others? And that's what it boils down to. I give this game a fucking F. Now, let me explain why. Because your friends suck. If you're playing with your friends on this game and they're like, I watched this Twitch streamer, he was playing it, it was working great on him. Guess what? Twitch streamers don't live in the same world you are. That's not where they're at. No, you're in a world with a bunch of friends who, first off, you either know too well to play this game with, or they're so worried about making sure they play like the Twitch streamer that it doesn't work out for you. It doesn't work out. Oh, well, they did this cool thing where they cheated on you. Like, that's not how this. Let's function as adults, folks. That's not what Among Us is for. Go play Fortnite if you want to play with your friends. Among Us is best played with strangers. That way you can do every meme you want to. You can automatically call somebody sus. They get voted out right away. That's what Among Us is for. Among Us is a very bad, terribly made game that found a spark after 2 years of already being released. It's 2D garbage, and for some reason, it caught fire. A couple of streamers thought, you know what the hell? I've got $5 and a lot of brain cells to kill. Let me grade up Among Us and a couple of friends, and they got this game big. So if you're going to go out there and play a game, dear God, please play something else. Minecraft is out there. Game Pass is out there. Get something else. But if you really, really, really want to go through a torturous experience, try out Among Us. I played it, and I 100% hated the people I played with the entire time. They were my friends, and it made me hate them. Do not play Among Us. It is terrible.
What does that say about us?
I hated
We
you guys
play
at the
with you?
time. I hated you at the time. I hated all of you at the time. Yep, that's what it says. Don't play Among Us.
Oh shit!
That couldn't have gone better.
Can I do World of Warcraft again?
Right?
Bravo.
Gotta go
Bravo.
hardcore on that. All right, and then I pick one for Kyle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. For Kyle, we're gonna go with Pokemon Sword.
Again, I have not played it.
You have okay? Hold
However-
on, hold on. I thought you'd played it. You just hated it. Okay, hold on. Let me stop
No.
and do it again then. For Kyle, I'm gonna do The Binding of Isaac.
I presume the original.
Yes.
Okay. So Binding of Isaac, indie game made by Ed McMillan, and he has made other games like Meat Boy and whatnot. And it also got a re-release, Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Basically, this was the roguelike to launch roguelikes. From my experience, I dumped a lot of hours into it. I'd say like 160 or 180. And this was before, long before roguelikes became as huge of a franchise or a genre as it is now. So you play as Isaac. He's terrified that his mom is trying to kill him. So he dives into the basement and he pretty much uses anything he finds down there to kill enemies and defeat mom. So over the course of a run, it's replayable. You can experiment with different builds by collecting different weapons. And that, along with the enemy variety, makes this a really good game. I had a great time playing it, but for some reason, I just can't get the same feeling playing Rebirth. I know it's a lot better overall, but it demands a lot from the player. Yeah, I give it an A. Great indie game, and the roguelike to kick off all roguelikes. And that's my review.
Well said.
Well put.
Yeah.
A good game.
Very good game. I wish I could like Rebirth more, but I put about 80 hours into it, and I felt like I'd done enough.
Yeah, I honestly haven't gone back and played the most recent DLC for it very often, so I haven't played it in a while now. So I hear you.
We checked your hours though. You're at 450 hours in that game though.
Oh, I'm aware,
Yeah.
but
That's
the
amazing.
majority of that was with it was even before Afterbirth Plus. I think it was just Rebirth and Afterbirth.
Okay. Kevin, you ready?
Oh, lay it on me.
All right. I love me a good puzzle game.
Okay.
And you've been playing a few of these. It's a franchise. It's called The Room.
Okay.
You could pick any one because I imagine they're all similar. But I just had the first one listed. But I'd like to hear a review on that.
But I'm going to give the caveat that I don't know which one of these I'm reviewing, so it's going to kind of be all three that I've played.
Okay.
Because
there's
they're
like
all,
four in the franchise, right?
Yeah, the fourth one just came out, yeah.
Yeah.
The Room franchise of video games are almost a simulation looking first person puzzle where it's kind of a hidden object mixed with trying to figure out how mechanics of a certain object work. So there's a lot of exploring there's multiple rooms in the room, at least later on. There's a bit of exploration trying to figure out how things tie together. All the different interactive pieces of the puzzle are super intricate and well detailed to the point where in any other game, like I could see this stuff in a Resident Evil game, like most of the weird chests and mechanisms that are in the game. I could see it in Resident Evil game and just walk past it or open it up and I'd see like a photo in there. But the level of detail that they put into these puzzle games is next level. Like there's all sorts of turning knobs and lights and switches and levers and moving parts, and they all intertwine with other parts of the puzzle. I'm gonna give this series of game an A minus, just because it seemed like there was some lack of variety in the first two. Later on in the Room 3, there's a lot more moving around, a lot more trying to figure stuff out, and there's even multiple endings in the third one, I believe. I have not played the fourth one or the VR one because I don't have VR, but yeah, now after talking about it, I think I'm gonna go play the fourth one sometime later on this weekend.
Nice. No, that's great. It sounds like a must play to me.
Yeah,
A minus is really
very
strong.
fun.
Really strong praise.
Yeah,
You're
if
on
you
the iPhone too.
Oh yeah, they would be great on mobile. They'd play just the same on mobile as they would on PC.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool review. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh shit, reverse, right? Reverse card.
Yes. No, I'm ready.
All right, Kyle. Let me know if you've played this one, because if you haven't, oh yeah, I know you have. I got it on your Steam list. Never mind. Give me your review of FTL Faster Than Light.
Oh, okay. This is another roguelike,
Sorry.
and I can't remember the name of the developer now, but really cool game at the time when it first came out. This came out, I think, in 2012. And basically, you have a ship that you can pick from a different variety of races, and you have an alien crew, and you basically have to manage the ship's systems while warding off enemy attacks. Like this can include like enemy ships flying in and attacking you with their weapons, or surviving them boarding your ship. And meanwhile, your systems in the ship are failing due to damage, and you have to fix them with your crew. And there's just a lot of customization with how you play the game. Like there's a lot of different approaches you can take. Like you can choose to focus on your weapons or your crew or your shields, and you can even send your own crew to board the enemy ship. And there's just a lot of dynamics happening. And I think that's what revolutionized roguelikes even further, was taking it in a different direction than just maintaining like an action focus. I would give FTL an A. I think along with Binding of Isaac, it just came out right before it became a huge genre, roguelikes. And it was a very versatile game. It had a lot of replayability. And yeah, really great game overall.
Funny, I didn't even think of FTL as a roguelike when I said for you to, because it's such a different style. It is a roguelike for sure. You're 100% accurate, but there's just so much difference between this and all the other roguelikes in the genre that, like, it didn't even click to me that you just did Binding of Isaac. So sorry and thank you.
Of course, of course. I think there's a new game from them, like Into the Breach.
Yeah, that came out like
And
2 or 3 years ago.
I haven't played that one yet, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on it.
It was free on Epic Game Store, so you might have it in your library.
He doesn't.
I don't.
Okay. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, but games. No. Okay, Frank, I got a bit of an oddball for you.
Throw me that all ball. I'm good.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, so I was browsing your Steam played games, and I
Okay.
saw you played an hour of this, and I was fascinated
Oh,
because
no.
I'd never seen you mention this. So I'd like to hear your quickfire review on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, all right. Let's start the damn timer on this one. Doki Doki Literature Club was a dare on one of my streams. Somebody dared me to play it on stream, so I gave it a shot. If you guys are familiar with the game at all, an hour is not enough to get to the surprise ending that I still don't know because I won't let anybody tell me what it is. So please don't let me know what the ending is. What I know so far is some real creepy girls are talking to you the entire time, and I really question one of them. I think she's on to me. Anyways, I give this game a C for meh, and that's what it deserves. So let me explain what's going on. You're like a student, I think. I don't remember. You're like talking to people, I think. I 100% don't remember that either. But the idea is that you're reading like a lot, and that makes for terrible streams. So thanks for suggesting that on stream, by the way. Because the entire time I'm like, okay, let me try to do voices to try to make this better. So then I'm like, bah, 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 bah. It's really tough. But nevertheless, beautiful artwork. It's cheap as all shit, and everybody talks about how great the ending is. I had multiple theories on what the ending is. So here's my first one. I think the girl that's the creepiest to you is actually like a demigorgon, some sort of like a demon from the upside down. And I think she's trying to bring you to the upside down. It's a school. There's a lot of lockers. What are lockers? Doors. Doorways to the upside down. So yes, I've been watching a lot of Stranger Things right now, and I think that's what's going to happen. I'm a little worried about that demon girl, but otherwise, if it's not that, my plan too is she's just a normal girl. She's super into you, and it's going to work out. So the surprise ending is that you guys get married and have kids, and the kids are demigorgons, and they're going to try to get you to the locker, open the doors, and get you the upside down. I still think it's the upside down. It's just about are you going to have a relationship first or not, and that's where I really lean. Check it out, guys. 90 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
And
That
knowing
was
the ending,
amazing.
that was incredible.
What's that?
That was
And I know
Oh,
the
you know
ending.
the
I haven't
ending?
played the game, but I know the ending, and
It's the upside down. Have a feeling.
that's not a bad theory.
Okay. My next one is for Kevin. I will give you Golf with Your Friends.
I think
Did
we
I
did
give
that one.
you that one last time, Kyle, or did you give me that one?
I think you gave it to me actually.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
We're
let's go.
good. That means I can do it.
Okay, good. Okay, I was crossing off the list already. Go for it.
Golf with Your Friends is the essential party game of the pandemic even through today. I think I don't recall a game that I can just so easily, not liking multiplayer games myself. There's no other multiplayer game that I can just jump into and play and be as happy about playing as I can with Golf with Your Friends. I don't need to explain what the game is. It's golf with your friends. So the title is self-explanatory. It's all putt-putt golf, mini golf with random different courses. There's a ton of user-made content, and I think there's still tons more being made every day. even though the game's pretty old by now. I'm gonna give that game an A plus. That is probably one of my favorite games. It's definitely my favorite party game, the only party game that I'll ever go back and play. There's just something to be said about jumping into a mini golf game with your friends and just shooting the shit with them. You don't even have to really be paying attention to the game. It's more of just a backdrop for a conversation that you can have with your friends. It's just all about your friends. That's why they put it in the title of the game. It's a very fun game, very solid mechanics. There's some glitching to be done here and there. There's excuse me, some glitches here and there, but there's also different ways of playing golf. There's like the hockey version. There's like a basketball dunk version. Those don't really matter so much. It's all about the user-made content and just sitting down playing golf with your friends.
I love that game. That was a lot of fun.
Fantastic
so good.
game.
We got to revisit that.
It's cheap too. I forgot to say how cheap it is.
Oh,
it's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Like even full price, I think it's like $10 or maybe 15.
Yeah, you could probably buy that and Doki together for on sale like $10.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, it is my turn.
Reverse.
So to Frank. Okay. Oh my God, I don't know why this is so confusing to me.
I've got it locked down now. I'm good now. Come on, Kevin.
All right, Frank. I would like to hear your review of Path of Exile.
Oh God Almighty. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember as much as I can. Did you like look up my gameplay time on that thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how well I'm gonna have to be able to do on this one.
It's like 40 hours or something, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It should not be very long. I don't think it is. All right, here we go. Path of Exiles. Let me tell you all about that menu. So at the Path of Exiles menu, they've got like a really cool art in the background. After you press play, you toy with your settings. You can get hard, easy, whatever you want. But what this game really is beyond that is you waking up on a beach, exploring around, realizing this is Diablo, and stop playing. So my grade for this is a real solid D+, because, hey, it at least reminded me to play Diablo. Overall, the game is mediocre in my opinion. I got friends that are crazy for it. Shout out to Sin, who says, "Oh, Frank, you should be playing it. It's better than Diablo." Blah 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 blah. You know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have my monk that already has gear on it. It doesn't have my witch doctor that already has gear on it. So yes, if you're gonna play Path of Exiles, go play Diablo 3. Which, by the way, is coming up for Kevin soon. He's gonna be talking about it. But anyways. Path of Exile, it was very well done art-wise. You had that overcam view that you expect from Diablo. It had a good, like a texture layout that I don't think Diablo really captures. I remember very well that sandy coast that you do wake up on. Very clean, very sharp. The items you're picking up are a little more evident than I think that Diablo does, like this gold shine on them, which kind of takes you out of the experience. But this doesn't have that. This has more of a natural feel, so you actually feel like you're walking around in a world that you own. But then, yeah, you're walking around, you go up the beach, and then you find like a quest giver, and then he tells you what to do, and then you're like, okay, that's right, I've got quests at Diablo 3, so let me go play those Diablo 3 quests. So yes, Path of Exiles, a great game to start and then not finish. That's it.
I did look it up. You were at like 0.7 hours. Yeah, you have just about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it took me forever to get the settings right on that game. I remember that, and then I was done.
That disappoints me, man.
Yeah,
it's a much better game than that.
Well, I like Diablo, so I was like, if I'm gonna play a game like this, I might as well go catch up on the new season.
That's fair.
All right, so mine is for Kyle now. I'm gonna go with Assassin's Creed Unity.
Okay, Assassin's Creed Unity, Ubisoft game, our bread and butter for discussing on this show. Yeah, it was something I didn't play at launch. I played it much later. I think it was like 2015 or 2016 I checked it out. And I remember it was a really buggy launch. And that's what dissuaded me from playing it. But after all the bug fixes and everything, I did play through the whole game, even the DLC. And I actually kind of enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't, the most fun to play, given all the new features they were promising to deliver on. But I actually enjoyed exploring Paris. Like, it was really fun to check out all the landmarks and the history behind, the French Revolution and all that. That's what I enjoy most about the Assassin's Creed series, just reading about the history of these locations that you're playing in. And yeah, it was pretty simple game. It didn't really do much to revolutionize pun intended, uh, the Assassin's Creed formula per se, like Black Flag did. But I would give it, I'd probably give it like a solid B. Nothing too special, and I think out of the more recent Assassin's Creeds, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah. I've been
And there we
stuck
go.
about halfway through that game for a while, but I have to agree with you 100% that it's just beautiful seeing Paris like that. And it's a gorgeous game. It's just I've been stuck at the same kind of spot trying to assassinate this one guy. But yeah, that was a great review.
The mission structure was just kind of off. Like it
Mm,
felt very cut and paste
yeah,
to
Oh,
me,
so it's an
which
Assassin's
was its
Creed game.
weakest.
yeah,
Yes, but in a way, I did like, traversing the city and exploring the city. It was a lot of fun.
yeah. Hmm. Well done.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you. Kevin, let's see. Is this my third one for you or my fourth?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping track.
I think this is the third one. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Let's see. Out of this list, there's a lot of sequels that I would love to get your thoughts on, and I think this will be a good one. I think I want to hear your review on Doom 3.
Interesting. Okay. Doom 3 it's a first person shooter just like the rest of the Doom franchise, like you would expect, but there's a lot more of a horror element to Doom 3 than there were in Doom and Doom 2. It's the lighting makes it a little bit more eerie. The jump scares in the game are a lot more frequent than you would expect after playing Doom 2 to playing Doom 3. Um, Honestly, though, I haven't gone back and played this game since it came out, but I remember loving the game when it came out. I'm gonna still give it a B plus right now. I would love to go back and play it. I have it on the original Xbox. I've got it on PC. I can go back and play it, but yeah, it was so different but familiar at the same time. Like they took some liberties with redesigning from the 2D sprites to making like full fleshed out 3D models of all these demons and monsters and shit. That it was just like playing Doom with your eyes open. It's just a totally different experience. It's I don't know. It's dark. The music still kicks ass. The sounds. There's no better first person shooter franchise than Doom for getting the sounds right. It's just overall a very well made game. And if you need the duct tape mod to be able to have the gun and the flashlight out at the same time, you're playing the game wrong and you don't understand why you should be playing Doom 3.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's well put.
And your grade?
I think I gave it a B plus.
B plus. Okay.
I think.
Nope.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, Doom 3 I felt like was really underrated.
Yeah,
I know it
agree.
was at the time panned quite a bit, but I actually loved the combination of survival horror a little bit with the action shooter franchise.
I agree. I don't like survival horror games at all, but this is the closest I'd get to it, and I really enjoyed it. But
Very
that
nice.
brings me to the one I was going to ask you to review. I was actually the next one on my list for you was Doom 2016.
Oh, nice. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Doom 2016. I didn't play it in 2016. I played it in 2020, and I was really surprised by it. I didn't think much of it when it came out. I kind of saw the previews and the trailers and the gameplay. I'm like, it just looks like a copy, like a modern copy of Doom 2 or the first Doom, really, which is what it is, I think. And yeah, I just remember having a kick-ass time. Like this was at the very beginning of the pandemic when you and I were playing games like Minecraft with Frank or golf
Uh-oh.
with your friends. And it had been a long time since oh, are we
No, you're
having
good.
issues?
You're good now.
Your
You're good.
internet's yeah.
So the hiccup.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I really loved the game. I loved this music especially. It was kick-ass. And I just remember having a gory fun time with it. Like it delivered on all fronts. Like it was a really faithful sequel to the original Doom, which is what I think it needed to deliver on most. I would give it a solid A. And I didn't play the multiplayer because it came out way later than when I had a console to play it on or a PC capable of playing it on. So the multiplayer was dead by that point. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Mainly the sound design was where I got the most enjoyment from the game.
Pun intended.
And that's him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Very good game. I still need to play Doom Eternal.
God, I still haven't finished 2016. I've tried it 3 times and can't get into it, but I know I would like it if I just sat down and really went for it, but I don't know.
It's like a certain mindset. Like you got to separate your brain from your hands and just let your body do the work.
I
And you
get what
kind
you're
of just get
saying.
into the rhythm of it and you
Yeah.
just have fun. Absolutely. All right, Frank. This is my number 4 for you, I think. Number 3?
I just been doing dashes. I should have been doing dashes from Kyle, from Kevin, but I've been doing dashes. So this is going to be my 5th overall. So I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I've done 3 for you, Frank, so
there
I
we
think
go.
I've only done 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw you something a little bit more standard.
Good.
I saw that this was your most played game on Steam.
Ooh,
I'd
good.
love to hear your
Arc.
thoughts on Ark. Yes.
Okay. Good luck trying to keep me down on a minute and 30 on this one. All right. Ark Survival Evolved is the pinnacle of survival games and community building. This game brought me together with my friends in a way I never thought would be possible through a video game. A thing I thought only achieved through games I had previously played. Ark Survival Evolved is an A+ in the right situation. So let me explain. For me and my friends, we saw this game as one of those things like, oh, look, this game's pretty cool. Let's check it out. It's got dinosaurs and whatnot. And so we went ahead and all bought it. Me, Scott, you guys are familiar with from our Discord, and Daniel, which you're familiar with from the podcast Geek Freaks. We all joined together. We made a little faction, a little tribe. And through a series of events, which I will someday write in a damn book and publish, we eventually grew up through the ranks and got to a point where we were one of the 4 biggest tribes on the server. I would literally every day get on and I would go fly out to the servers as the biggest military force. Fly out to the other tribes and talk to them about any problems they're having, check in with them. And then I would sit there. I could tell you exactly how it all went down. I would actually like be judge, jury, and sometimes executioner on tribes fighting each other. And we had to lay down the law because we had the biggest military. Eventually, we overthrew Prime, which was this tribe that was kind of ruling over everybody, and created a 4-way alliance. And it was amazing. I was playing the game far too much, 12 hours a day. I made a promise at one point to never play the game, and to this day it still stands. I've never touched that game since due to a religious problem, and that is where I'll end it there. Yep.
Fascinating review.
It's so good.
that makes me want to go back and play the game, though I know I would not have the experience that you had.
If it wasn't for the experience, it wouldn't have been an A+. It'd probably a B game. It's the experience that made it an A+. That I have it written down and like what exactly happened because I was like, this is a book. It's such a good story.
Nice.
Wow.
I gotta ask. We're approaching the 45-minute mark already.
Yes.
When should we cut this?
We need to be done by 11:45 for sure, so I can hop over for another interview.
15 minutes. Okay, let's go.
Okay. So mine's for Kevin, right? I am gonna say, well, let's do this one to make sure I get it in there. Then Diablo 3 for Kevin.
Diablo 3 is the most accessible version of the top-down action RPG. Action RPGs are already a simplified version of a CRPG, but the ARPG is just a lot more fast, it's a lot more user-friendly, and Diablo is the most dumbed-down version of that, and Diablo 3 in particular is the most dumbed-down version of that. So if you are in the mood to just sit down, chill out, play a video game, and you don't want to play Power Wash Simulator because you've cleaned everything that the game has to offer, I highly recommend Diablo 3 as a substitute for it because you can easily turn your brain off and play that game. Whereas if you were playing a game like Path of Exile, where you kind of need to plan ahead and plan your skills accordingly, you can do all that, have a little bit more of creativity and customization in with your character. Man. But Diablo 3 is not about any of that. It's just about clicking, seeing numbers go up, and I like that. It's just a different kind of like than with Path of Exile. I'm going to give Diablo 3, with its very rocky start and my subsequent hate for Blizzard and Activision right now, I'm going to give it a D+. It's a much better game than that, but in the grand scope of things, I can't give it any better than that because Blizzard is such a pain in the ass to even talk about because they suck. And it's just It's not Diablo 2, and I wanted Diablo 2. It changed what Diablo was, in my opinion, for the worse. And now we're getting Diablo Immortal, which is the even more dumbed down version of that.
Yeah, actually, it is that. Yeah.
That was 90 seconds. Holy crap! I was gonna keep talking.
Yeah, it's hard to hold back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree, but okay. No,
I got it.
you are right though. It is like a
freaking
simplified
midnight
version of a
launch.
simplified version.
Yeah, that's just what most video games are nowadays.
That's so true. Oh my god.
All right, Frank, this is going to be my fourth one for you.
Okay.
I would like for you to review Super Mario 64.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Super Mario 64 is a solid game that holds up to this day for the most part. It's a 3D platformer action adventure game where you're playing as, of course, Mario. And it launched the greatest system ever made, the N64. I give this game a solid A-. Now, I'm giving it an A- because I feel like it was pretty formulaic, but then again, and it's, it is the formula. It built the formula. So it's fair to say that. But it's been repeated so many times that it kind of worn down its stay in my memory. But the game was beautiful at the time. It was gorgeous, it was beautiful, and it opened up an idea that I had never seen before or really cared about, was exploration. I explored every corner of the Mushroom Kingdom because I had to know more. What's underneath this bridge? What's over here? What if you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And that's what this game really did. I didn't like some of the levels. They felt like they were gating in difficulty too much for me at that time. Now they're not a problem, but at the time as a kid. So that was a problem with the game. But overall, it was really cool. It had this music that was like, hey, you know how you really like the 8-bit and the 16-bit sound? Well, check out 64-bit. It was just like this opening up of a door that just, it was something like kicking in a door. Mario himself, he was angular and weird at the, nowadays, but when you see him, you were like, I'm standing behind Mario? What the shit? This is so crazy. I could do back jumps. I could do all kinds of stuff. It is so cool. And you're jumping through portraits, which I thought was a really neat storytelling device. Mario 64, it's a classic.
Very well put. My God, very good review for a very good game.
Yeah. All right. My turn. Yes, for Kyle. This back and forth is truly messing me up. I thought I had it memorized and then I lost it. Okay, so let's go with Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Have you played all the Halos?
Yes.
Okay, Halo 3.
Ooh, Halo 3. All right. Of course, the pinnacle of the trilogy for the original Halo trilogy. I don't know why I said it that way.
Yeah, it was unique.
We finished the fight, and this was, such a pivotal moment for gamers worldwide because, the shitty ending of Halo 2 pissed me off so much with that cliffhanger ending that it drove me insane waiting 3 years to finally finish this fight. And I was like, let's go. So Halo 3 was an awesome game. Of course, it wrapped up the story really well for Master Chief in particular. Of course, now it's been continued on and on and on. But we did finish the fight, and it was a great fight. Fight. I don't know why I'm losing track here. It was just a great campaign. Like, I didn't play a lot of the multiplayer. I know people are like gasp at that, but I wasn't really a multiplayer guy. And for what it was, it's an A. For the time it came out, it was an A. I still remember the ads for Halo 3 and that diorama where nothing's moving except for Master Chief's head. One of my favorite advertisements of the game ever.
Yeah.
It delivered on the hype. That's basically it. An A.
That is such a beautiful commercial. Oh my God, for Halo 3. Yeah, great game. I think it was one of the first times I noticed a game could be on rails and feel open world. So that was, which is something like right now I'm playing Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is the same thing. It's like, yeah, it's on rails, but it makes you think it's open world, which I like that. That's smart level design. Well done.
Evan, I would like to hear your quick fire review on Saints Row 2.
I was going to do this one for Frank. Okay, Saints Row 2 is probably the Saints Row game that I have the least amount of experience with, but besides the original. But it was the game that kind of broke it out from being a GTA clone. So this first Saints Row game was very much a GTA clone, just to put you into the mindset of what the Saints Row franchise is all about. Saints Row 2 started to take it a little bit further, make it a little bit more arcadey, make it a little bit more fast. The missions were still kind of very San Andreas, I'm gonna say. It was very equivalent to San Andreas in a lot of respects. I actually had more fun with Saints Row 2 than with GTA San Andreas. I'm gonna give Saints Row 2 a B plus because it was the one that got me into the franchise and made me anticipate in Saints Row the Third as much as I did. And it's a very fun franchise to begin with, and it's the pinnacle of what, maybe not even the pinnacle. I think Saints Row 3 is that, but Saints Row 2 is the game that took it into its own franchise, made it its own thing versus being just a knockoff of Grand Theft Auto. B plus.
Well done. Well done.
Thanks. Oh shit! Sorry. I was.
I love how after every review, one person says "well done," says "good job," and then we just wait.
We wait. Well, I couldn't tell at first if Kyle's internet was dead because he did the Mr. Roboto voice. Yeah. I didn't know if he was. Yeah, but also I am dumb. So, all right, this one I'm really interested in hearing Kyle's opinion on. Kyle, give me your quickfire review of Watch Dogs.
Oh shit! Wow, what a disappointing game that was. I hated it. Yeah, Watch Dogs. I was really hyped for, because Ubisoft, typical of Ubisoft, they promoted this game as the next level of open world games, and they had that amazing trailer that showed wind physics for the character's coat blowing in the wind, and I was so hyped on that, and the game did not deliver at all. It was really, really generic. The mission structure really repetitive and boring. The hacking mini game, it basically led to like a quick time button press, and it was really lame. Like overall, just really generic overall. I would give it, from my personal hype levels, I'd give it a D. It was not at all what I wanted it to be. I haven't played the sequels yet, so I have no idea if they ever reached that level. But even the character Aiden Pierce was so bland and uninteresting, and his story was just a bore to sit through. And, it just took all the tropes of open world and just doubled down on it for the worse. Like, it just did not innovate at all, in my opinion. And that's why it gets a D.
Check out Watch Dogs Legion, the third one. That was kind of the reboot for the franchise, and I think it was done quite well.
I can't believe that it did well enough to get 3 games.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was, from my experience, it was just lackluster.
I hear the second one's pretty good.
I'm going to interject right now to say that the last reviews that we do for going forward, 60-second time limit, lightning rounds. Let's go. All
right, Frank, this is it. My final pick for you.
Okay.
I'm going to do a bit of an out there choice, but I think it'll work. I want to hear your review on the Nintendo 64 console.
Oh, that's a good choice. Oh, 60 seconds, you son of a bitch. You dirty bastard. Okay, here we go. The Nintendo 64 is the best damn system to grace this planet. And we've had some good ones, folks. We had the PS2, we had the Xbox 360, and we've got the PS5, and we've got, of course, the mighty PC. But the N64 set us up for what we have today. This thing had 64 bits and really stretched out what 3D means. I don't know if you guys remember what 3D graphics looked like on a Sega Genesis and a SNES. No, they were awful. Try to play Mario Kart, not great. But on the 64, you got that 3D. So again, that opened up this idea of exploration, of changing that dynamics and perspective of the player. We got games like Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, Diddy Kong Racing, the great GoldenEye, all because the 64 can handle it. It created this multiplayer world where you could actually see, your friends' cameras and see around angles and see around corners. None of that was possible on a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis. 60 seconds is a fucking torture, by the way. Play a 64. Ugh, that's not fair. That's so not fair.
Love it.
We could do an entire episode about the N64. You give me 60 seconds for it.
We probably will. We probably will do a whole episode on it.
Another topic for another time.
Yeah,
definitely, man. Okay, so mine. Shit. All right, mine's for Kevin. 60 seconds. Now you played you played Saints Row 2. Did you play Saints Row 4?
Barely.
Your review is for Saints Row 4. I would specifically like for you to predict what happens at the end.
Okay. Saints Row 4 is a game that I played even less than Saints Row 2. I've tried it twice. The intro to Saints Row 4. Okay, what I was saying about Saints Row 2 earlier, how it took what Grand Theft Auto did and put it like kind of off the rails. Saints Row 4 is off the rails. You're living in the Matrix. You're the president. You're trying to stop an alien invasion, and you have superpowers inside of the Matrix. And Keith David is there because Keith David is awesome, and he's playing himself.
Yep.
I don't know how else to explain this game. It's probably a B- for me. It's a very mediocre game. It's like Crackdown, but less fun and less coherent, in my opinion. But it makes fun of itself more than Crackdown does, which I really do appreciate. Self-deprecating sense of humor, which I have myself. So there's that. I'm gonna predict that by the end of the game, you die. I don't know where else they could fucking go with that. I'm gonna say that you die and you go to hell. They had Gat out of hell. Gat out of hell. So yeah, you die, you go to hell, and you save Gat from hell. That's what I'm going with. That's my review.
Oh my god, that's exactly what I wanted. That's so what I wanted. Trying to explain Saints Row 4 and not sounding like you're on acid is very difficult to do. But yeah,
I upped my pace a lot.
You had to. Oh, well done. And yes, and you did not mention the dildo weapon, which I was surprised, which was one of the key features.
I forgot
about the dildo
that.
sword. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
You nailed it. Really, there's nothing else to it. You do eventually at the end. You steal one of the alien ships and you fight aliens on your way outside of the Matrix. You spend the entire damn game in the Matrix, and the finale's out of the Matrix when you don't have your powers. So, very interesting way to finish a game.
All right. Well, now you've got 60 seconds to do Grand Theft Auto 5, bitch.
Grand Theft Auto 5, one of the very. Let me press start on this thing. Sorry. Grand Theft Auto 5, one of the very best of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. I would say it is the best. This is a story all about how... I'm sorry. This is a story about 3 criminals with very different backgrounds and mentality coming together to, not lying to you, get the FBI and the CIA to attack each other so they could increase their funding. Yes, that is the big story in GTA. I've beaten it a lot of times. All right, I give it an A, solid A. We'll go with A. But anyways, it's fantastic. Exploration to the max. Badass all around. Trevor, I like playing at Trevor, and I feel guilty when I play as him because he's obviously a psychopath, but yet he's I love Michael, actually. Michael is like the guy who's like, I'm retired and I don't want to do this shit, but he's back into it. And who doesn't love Franklin? He's the new guy in town who's going to be the next boss. So you love playing as all these characters, and yes, there's at one point where you kidnap Ryan Seacrest and you try to kill him. And yes, you blow up a plane so that the CIA will spend more money on trying to figure out where terrorists are at. Great game.
Hell yeah.
Nobody needs to know what kind of game GTA 5 is, but I'm glad I gave you 60 seconds to not explain that.
And the story is where it's at. It's all about the story.
Right.
Everybody knows about the gameplay. Yeah. Oh, God damn it.
Do you have one more for Kyle?
2 more left. 2 more
One more
left.
for Kyle. Okay, let's do... I'm pulling on my list. Shit, I wish I had something better. I literally have Grand Theft Auto on my list. You want to try to do Grand Theft Auto 5?
Oh, now, 5?
I just reviewed it. Let's see if you can review better than me.
Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar Games, open world. 3 main characters, switch between them, swap anytime. Realistic graphics.
Yeah.
Takes place in San Andreas, which is a better game on PS2, in my opinion. I liked CJ a lot more than I did any of the 3 characters we played as in 5. B? Because I just feel like it's such a disappointment that we're getting the same game for 10 years now. Almost. It's been 10 years, Rockstar. Where's GTA 6? Let's go. If you don't release it in 2013, I'm going to lower my score to a C.
Oh, no.
There we go. I got 5 seconds. Either that or remake Red Dead Redemption 1. Thank you.
Oh, I vote for that one. Can I vote? I vote for that one. Oh, man. Okay.
All right.
I try my best.
B.
God, that was
all right, man. What have you got for me?
All right, Kevin. You have 1 minute to explain or review the Sega Genesis?
Oh shit. The Sega Genesis was the console of my childhood. Most people had the Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis. You didn't really find very many people that had both. To this day, nostalgia is purely based on what system you had when you were a kid. Mine, like I said, was a Sega Genesis, hence why I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I will say the games on the Super Nintendo were a lot better than the games on the Sega Genesis, but that sound from the Sega Genesis, the sound chip, oh my God. You can't, I dare you to find me a Sega Genesis game that had a bad soundtrack. There was no better chiptune music than there was back on the Sega Genesis, and that was only capable on the Sega Genesis because of the sound chip they had. I'm going to give the Sega Genesis a B because the lasting appeal is not so much. The value is not really there on the games anymore. The collectability is not really there. The cases were awesome for the games. They were the hardcover cases that a lot of them had the little peg hook holders on. The artwork is really good. And who doesn't love Sonic the Hedgehog? Come on.
I know. You nailed it. That chip. I'm so glad you brought up the music because, man, like Vector Man, I was a Sega Genesis kid as well. I didn't have the Super Nintendo. But, yeah, that Vector Man, that music is just like, oh, and the Marble Zone for Sonic. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Man, yeah, that was Altered Beast. It's got good games. It's just, yeah, we all knew that the Super Nintendo had the better ones. But, yeah, classic.
I've got one more for you, Kyle, and I think that's it.
I think that's
Is that right?
I think that's it.
I think
Whether
we go
like it
around
or
one more
not.
time, right?
No, this is the last one I've got.
Okay,
I'm
ready.
Let's do that.
All right, Kyle. Grand finale here. Or unless you got more for other, I don't know. I want you to do your quickfire review of Katamari Damacy, the original.
Okay. I highly recommend playing this game while under the influence, and that is because the game is intensified tenfold because it's an easy game. You just roll around people and dogs and buildings and skyscrapers. I don't know why I had two separate words for that. You collect things for the guy who's in the sky, the king of all cosmos, and you're his son, and you gotta make him proud, otherwise he'll banish you. So you gotta roll till you fall over, I guess. I don't know. I haven't actually played it. I just only played a demo of it. And
I think that's the
for what it was, for how wacky it is, it's crazy. I give it a C for crazy. I don't give it an A or a B because it's
not
just not that good of a
batshit.
game. It's only good when you're high. Done.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah.
There we go.
I think the demo was the entire game. I really don't think there was anything past that, really. You just roll around collecting shit, and you just try to do that more and more. There's a bunch of iOS clones of that game out, by the way. So, you'll be playing this.
And I think I have one more for Frank, and Frank has one more for you, and we're done. If there's time.
That's 60 seconds. We got to make it quick. All right, go for it.
All right, Frank, last one for you. 1 minute to review. I want to hear your thoughts on Spider-Man 2, the original. Did you play the PS2 version?
What? I don't think I played the PS2 version. No, I played Spider-Man
GameCube?
1 on the PlayStation.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was the one with the web slinging.
Yeah.
Okay, if you haven't played it, instead, let's go with this. I want to hear your thoughts on Miles Morales.
Oh, yes, please. All right, Miles Morales, which is actually the game I played before I played Spider-Man, which is not how you're supposed to do it, but I did, is fantastic. It's a Spider-Man game with everything you'd want in a movie, but you are in control of Spider-Man, and it feels more like you're actually working with Spider-Man, and I like that. I give that game an actual A+. All right, why am I giving it an A+? Traversal in an open world game is something that we don't talk about enough. I mean, we talk about it a lot because we're freaking nerds, but most people don't talk about it enough, and these games just epitome of it. Only Red Dead Redemption could put me on par. It's a beautiful world, and you're developing a character that deserves development. Spider-Man, we all know Peter Parker's story. We don't know Miles very well, but Miles is this kid whose mom is volunteering, and he's in Harlem, and he's a proud young man, and you get to see him really flesh out his own personal growth. He's becoming a man and gaining those responsibilities. Meanwhile, he's saving New York, and I think Miles Morales should be played by everyone. It's really good.
Very nice.
All right, and then, oh shit, dropping stuff. All right, one for
Last one.
yeah. This is the last one. Oh god, I wish I had like a really good kicker to really do things right. Oh man. Okay, how about Oh God, I wish I had such a terrible one for you. Sorry, I don't. How about Hearthstone?
Fuck you. All right, Hearthstone is a card battling game based on the Warcraft franchise, specifically more World of Warcraft than any of the other Warcraft stuff. But it's a game that takes place in a tavern, and you're playing against other people, and whoever's cards have higher numbers than the other people's cards tends to win. And it's about how much money you can give Blizzard each time they come out with new content. Whoever gives the most money to Blizzard each season is the winner, and that's how the winning is determined. It's a game that has spawned other card battling games that are probably better, but I can't waste my time with those either because they remind me too much of Hearthstone. I don't want to ever talk about this game ever again or any fucking Blizzard game anymore. Thank you.
By accident, I gave you 3 Blizzard games. I didn't realize that.
I know.
I didn't.
What'd you grade it?
Not intentional.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't grade it. It's an F plus.
Oh, plus. That's nice.
Yeah, because it is a very proficient game, and I love clicking on the little things around the board.
Yeah, that's true.
The
That
best
is
thing about it is the UI.
one of the best things I've ever done was that beautiful UI. I didn't mean to give you 3 Blizzard games. That was totally by accident. Well, that last one I didn't plan on going one more time for you, so then I pulled from Kyle's list, which was Hearthstone. So
okay.
Yeah, well, that worked out well. Because remember, I crossed off a lot of stuff from last week or last time you guys did this. All right,
Well, that was
good.
a heck of a lot of fun. We always like doing these quick fire reviews, but if you guys listening want us to do some more in-depth stuff, you can let us know what kind of topics you want us to talk about, or if you just want us to do more of these are a hell of a lot of fun. Throw some games at us that you want us to review, and we'll do that. And yeah, until next time, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe if you want to listen to more. Click that like button if you're watching this on YouTube, because that helps the algorithm feed more of us into your feed, and give that review on whatever podcast platform you're listening to us on. And
Yes.
Apple Podcast. Real quick, Apple Podcast is the one we need. Nothing else.
We need
Apple
them.
Podcast.
We're desperate. Do it.
But also the other ones are nice too. But until next time, love you.